Hi everyone, I am Sherry Loftus, a Crystal Director here in San Antonio, Texas, and I'm honored to be here. Thank you all for tuning in. I hope a few of you guys can watch this live. I will try to follow the comments, and if I can't, I will come back and answer them for you. So I'm a registered nurse. I'm a labor and delivery nurse, and I work night shift actually 3 nights a week. Love my job, and I love health and wellness, and I'm so excited that Damsel in Defense decided to enter into this field. It's really exciting. So I just want to start with a couple of little things I want to say. Number one, I want to make a disclaimer, okay? Because I'm a nurse. I am not a doctor. So I want to make sure that you know that everything that I'm talking about is talking about health in general, and I am not going to make any medical claims, okay? So that's a really important thing to know. I'm not going to say that any of these supplements can cure any health problem, will treat your disease or illness or anything that you have going on. So I just want to make sure that you understand that no health claims, okay? So I did mention to you, I am not a doctor, but I am married to a doctor, and I will tell you my husband is a big fan of our nutritional supplements, and I think it's important because not all doctors are on board with the whole wellness, nutritional, that kind of thing. So anyway, what we just decided to do, so Damsel Defense decided to partner with a company that has been researching and producing nutritional supplements worldwide for decades, okay? So this is not just us, coming up with some kind of design that we want. This is actually, we are partnered with professionals in the industry. So what Damsel Defense has decided to do is kind of expand our reach. So instead of just self-defense, we're all about personal protection. So if you think about personal protection, that's so much what we are doing with our defense tools, but we are also protecting ourselves from the inside out. And I think there's no time better than now to really focus on this. So what we decided to do was kind of focus on 3 major areas. Okay, one of them is gut health. Gut health is everywhere right now, right? You hear about it all over. And I will encourage you guys, because I only have about 15 minutes and I could talk for hours about this, okay? So if you actually get a chance, go on your favorite search engine. I like Bing and I like DuckDuckGo, and look up the gut-brain biome. Okay, the gut-brain biome. It's all about how everything in our gut is tied into so many health issues, including mental illness. So it's very, very interesting. So we're focusing on 3 areas. So we have gut health, and we have heart health, which is our omega blend, and then we also have immune support. Okay, so, and I'm going to get into this, what's all is in these, okay? I see you guys are asking tons of questions, all right? So, so the gut health, the immune support, and our heart health. So a lot of people don't realize more women die of heart disease than breast cancer, all right? Breast cancer everywhere is out there. You hear about it all the time. Heart health is huge, okay? So I just want to mention that to you. I'm going to start with our 3 different products. Now I'm going to show you, look at this cute little bag. They come in this little Ziploc bag, and we have 3 different items here, and I'm going to talk about them. We have Glow Mega, which is our, oh, let me turn my light down, sorry. Okay, this is our Omega blend called Glow Mega, and I'll talk about that in a minute. And then we also have our probiotic, which also has a prebiotic. And then we have our immune support. Okay, we're going to talk about this. So what I'm going to start with is a little bit of education, because I love education. I'm a nurse. And I'm going to show you a picture, all right? So this is our GI tract, all right? So we have our mouth, the esophagus, the stomach, the small intestine, and the large intestine, all right? So a lot of people think that when they eat something, it's automatically absorbed. It's not absorbed in the stomach, just so you know, guys. All of the absorption of your minerals and vitamins, I can't say all, but almost all of them are absorbed in the small intestine. Okay, so what you're doing is these supplements are going in through your mouth, down your throat, into your stomach, where it gets mixed in with the hydrochloric acid and all the churning of the stomach, and that's what breaks down our food, okay? It breaks down our food mechanically, and the acid, the hydrochloric acid in your stomach is really breaking down all of your food so that your body can then absorb all the nutrients in them. All right, one of the reasons people don't absorb as well in their vitamins that they take is that their gut is not in good health. And so I'm actually going to start with that because I think it's so important. In fact, some people ask me, about the amount of the supplements in there, and some of ours are a little bit less than others. But I want you to keep in mind a couple things. Number one, when you have a pre and probiotic, your body is going to be able to absorb the nutrients and utilize them more effectively, and that's called bioavailability. So we have very high bioavailability of the nutrients when your gut is in a good condition to absorb them. Now, our gut has bad bacteria and it has good bacteria. So everybody knows about E. coli, right? That's like all over. It's terribly infectious. Your gut is filled with it. And if it gets into your abdomen, into your abdominal cavity, it causes massive infections. But E. coli, that's the bad bacteria, but it is necessary in certain ways. The good bacteria can also be killed. We have tons of good bacteria in our body, okay? Yes, we do have zinc. That's one of the things we're going to talk about. Okay, so what we want to do is maximize our gut health. And that's where Gut Health Hero comes into place. Now, you've probably heard about probiotics all over the place. And if you go to the grocery store or the drugstore and you look for probiotics, you're going to find that there are things that say like 30 million CFUs, 50 million CFUs. CFUs are colony forming units. Okay, so I'll tell you a funny thing my husband says. When you buy nutritional supplements, vitamins, stuff, your body is only going to use what it needs and everything else gets flushed out. And he says what you're doing is you're having very expensive urine because you end up flushing out. You only need a certain amount. Your body is only going to absorb a certain amount. So we want to make sure that your gut is able to absorb the nutrients that we have. So our Gut Health Hero has pre and probiotic. So just to keep in mind, what's really important about probiotics is not how many, but the diversity, okay? So we have in our probiotics 16 strains of good bacteria, 16 different strains of good bacteria to support healthy digestion and overall health. Now, what's so important is that those probiotics need to be able to travel through the system, your GI system. Prebiotics are the fuel that help them make the journey and not get broken down and diminished through that process. So we also have 2 strains of prebiotics, which are fuel to utilize those probiotics as they make their journey through the gut. Okay, so 3 billion is what we have. 3 billion. It's not 50 billion. It's not 100 billion. And I'm just going to tell you, more is not always better. What matters is diversity. And that's what we have, is we have 16 different strains of the probiotic and 2 strains of the prebiotic. So those 18 strains is really your key to gut health. Okay, so that's going to put your gut in a better position to absorb the other products that we have. So the next one I'm going to go into is wait 1 second. I'm going to tell you one thing I love about this. Okay, when you have to take vitamins, nutritional supplements, whatever you have, what happens when you open up the bottle? You open the bottle and you get bombarded with this awful medicine smell. So the Gut Health Hero is vanilla mint. You open this bottle, it's like aromatherapy. It's amazing. So it's vanilla mint. So what happens is that makes it so much easier to go down, so much easier to digest, because you don't have that initial gag that happens when you smell a very offensive smell with your medicine. So the Gut Health Hero, isn't that awesome? Okay. Someone asked, is it safe to take with an antidepressant? I cannot tell you that. That's something you would really have to ask your doctor. I mean, they're just nutritional supplements. They're not medicines, but some nutritional supplements do conflict with certain medications. So you do want to just check with your doctor on that. I have to tell you that. Okay, the next I want to talk to you about is our Glow Mega Defense. Now, everybody knows about omega-3s, omega-5s. There's all different kinds of fatty acids, which are so important for heart health. And again, this is so important for women, right? Because like I said, more women die from heart disease than breast cancer. It's a big deal. It's like 1 in 3 is more compared to like 1 in 8 with breast cancer that affected by heart disease. Okay, so this has omega-3, 5, 6, 7, and 9. So 5 different omegas in here. The sources of the omega, yes, there's fish oil, there is pomegranate seed oil, and there's olive oil. Now, the thing I also want to mention about this is there are different types of omegas that are so helpful for us. What I love about this one too is the flavor is strawberry lemonade, all right? Oh, it smells so good. So have you ever taken, oh, actually, I'm going to talk about, you asked about CoQ10. Okay, this has astaxanthin, and that's actually way stronger than CoQ10. If you've ever taken this fish oil and you swallow it and you burp and you get that nasty fish oil, this is going to avoid that because we have the strawberry lemonade flavor, okay? Now, not only do we have all those different 5 types of omegas, but we also have an ingredient called astaxanthin. Okay, I know it's a long word. It's astaxanthin, Astaxanthin. Astaxanthin is a super antioxidant from an oceanic algae. So krill, a lot of you guys might take krill oil. I know my husband was taking krill oil. One of the reasons why krill oil is so effective is they eat astaxanthin. They eat this algae. This is the algae that gives some of the shellfish their pink and red color, like shrimp. You know, flamingos eat shrimp, right? That gives them their pretty pink color. And this algae, the astaxanthin, has that coloring agent that these shellfish eat. Okay, so astaxanthin is amazing for skin elasticity. It supports collagen production and increased muscle recovery. So people ask me, do these have collagen? Okay, they don't have collagen. And just so you know, you can get collagen in the form of supplements and you can get them in your skincare products. What we don't know is the absorption rate. We don't know how much gets into your skin. We don't really know how much you need, and we don't know how much even absorbs if you ingest collagen. But what astaxanthin does is it protects your own body's ability to produce collagen. So doesn't it make more sense to help your body produce its own collagen, because your body is going to produce what it needs? Now, as we age, our collagen production diminishes greatly. And so what this does is astaxanthin helps to slow down that process of reducing. So by doing that, you're actually helping your body continue to produce its own collagen, which in effect will help your skin elasticity. Amazing, right? So that's the astaxanthin. It also has vitamin D. Okay, so vitamin D, again, so important for women. Helps bone health. It actually helps your moods. And it aids the absorption of calcium and phosphorus. So vitamin D helps the absorption of calcium and phosphorus. And it's so important for your bones. So I really think this is such a great product for that reason. Now, I don't know if you guys realize this, but there's like an epidemic of vitamin D deficiency in our country. And if anybody has any ideas why that might be, you can comment below. I'll give you about 5 seconds. Why do you think we have a huge deficit in vitamin D? 1, 2, waiting for comments. 3, 4, 5. Okay, I'm going to tell you why. Because we're so concerned about skin cancer that people slather on the SPF, all that sunscreen. And don't get me wrong, sunscreen's important. It's very, very important. We don't want skin cancer. It's a terrible thing. My husband's been battling it because he's, used to run for ages. I mean, he would run at lunchtime for, a couple decades. But what we want to do is get yourself some natural sunlight for about 20 minutes without your sunscreen. Okay, you've got to get that natural light. It's a great source of vitamin D. Yes, somebody, Sharon, you just posted about sun. That's why we don't have we have a deficiency of vitamin D. So then you want to actually increase your amount of vitamin D absorption. So we have a supplement that has vitamin D in it. Now remember, your body is going to use our vitamin D much more efficiently because you've got the probiotics that help you absorb that. All right? Okay, so now I want to move on to our upper hand immunity. This is our one to help immune systems, okay? It looks like this, upper hand immunity, and I'll tell you what's in this one. All right, now I'm going to open up the bottle and just show you this one now. It is it's Concord Limeade. Concord Limeade. To me, it has kind of a berry smell, almost like a acai type of smell, but it's grape and lime together. So that's the scent of this one. And what we have in here is vitamin C and zinc. Someone asked about zinc. And we have an adaptogen blend. The adaptogen blend has rhodiola, ashwagandha, and reishi mushrooms. So if you're not familiar with some of those products, they've been used in like Eastern medicine for centuries, probably thousands of years actually. And what adaptogens do is they work to counteract the harmful effects of stress in the body. Okay, stress is actually a result of elevated levels of cortisol. You might have heard that. You also heard that cortisol is associated with weight gain. You look at people who are stress eaters. You hear that term all the time, right? So if you can manage your stress and manage your cortisol levels, it's going to have a big impact on your overall health. Okay, so we have in these our vitamin C, zinc, reishi mushrooms, rhodiola, and ashwagandha. Isn't that amazing? I just love that. So if you actually wanted to look up these items, the other thing to keep in mind with adaptogens is they are helpful with, they have anti-inflammatory properties. So if you think about it, so many medical issues today are due to poor gut health and inflammation. Okay, inflammation is a source of so many problems like rheumatoid arthritis and fibromyalgia and polymyalgia. There are so many medical illnesses that are related to inflammation, and you could actually get your blood test for inflammatory markers. They can actually test your blood to find out if you have these inflammatory markers, and then they will often prescribe medications to help bring those down. And a lot of times that's steroids. So, and there's other medicines too that they'll prescribe, but there are a lot of very natural things that can help with inflammation that you don't have to get medicine for. So I'm not saying don't take the medicine the doctor prescribes for you. What I'm saying is you want to boost your own body's ability to fight infection. We have an amazing immune system. Our bodies were designed amazingly well to fight infection, to fight inflammation, to ward off a lot of the problems that we see. But the problems we have today too are our nutrition is not the best. How many times we're eating fast food, we're eating processed food, and the food that we eat is also grown in very depleted soils. Right? So we have soil that's depleted, so we're not getting all the nutrients that people back in the 20s and their turn of the century, who are doing their own gardening and growing their own food and rotating their crops and replenishing the soil, things like that. We just don't have the ability to take in those quality nutrients that people did back at the turn of the century and beyond and before. So that's why we really have to supplement with some of these great products. Now, a few things I want to tell you about them as well. They are made in the USA. Woohoo! Go, made in the USA. They are non-soy, which is really important to know because soy can actually have some hormonal issues, hormone responses to people can have hormonal responses to soy. All right. It's a natural estrogen. They're non-GMO. So that's important too. So they're not genetically modified. They're gluten-free and then 100% natural. And what I also like to let you know too, now the Glow Mega is not vegan, okay? There is fish oil and it's a gelatin capsule, so it's not vegan. But these actually, the Upper Hand Immunity and the Gut Health Hero have vegan capsules. So you can feel good about that. And by having those dissolvable capsules, it's gonna help you, they're not gonna break down right in the stomach as much as they will as they travel through your gut. So anyway, these are great products. And let's see, what do they cost? Okay, good question. They are, for the 3 of them, it's $99. Now, you can get them just, if you buy them for a month, that's fine. But if you actually get on a subscription program where you get them scheduled for on a monthly basis, you're going to save 15%. Okay, so that's a nice savings. It comes down to maybe 84 something. I don't remember the right number. Somebody might be able to comment for that. So the retail is $99. You'll get 15% discount if you get on the subscription. Now, from each bottle, 25 cents goes to our Damsel House project, which you may have heard about that before. I love that. And here's the best thing. Okay, our shipping cost on these, it's 5% plus $5. Damsel Defense is taking that $5 and donating it to the Damsel House Project. Isn't that awesome? So $5 from each of these subscriptions is going to the Damsel House Project. And that is what is helping to pull girls out of human trafficking all over the globe. So Damsel in Defense partnered with Destiny Rescue, and we are now their #1 corporate sponsor. In fact, every product you buy from Damsel in Defense is helping to serve that mission of pulling girls out of human trafficking all over the globe. So I absolutely love that. So you guys, I'm going to finish here. If anybody has any questions that you can post in the next minute, I will be able to answer them, but I can always go back and answer those questions. So anyway, I hope you found these helpful. I will just share with you a couple benefits that I've experienced. I can't tell you that you will, but one of the things that I've experienced and I've noticed as I age, I'm a contact lens wearer. Okay, so I rub my eyes all the time. It's so bad. My eyelashes have grown a little bit more, which I'm really excited about. My nails are much stronger, and now I don't grow really long nails because I'm a labor and delivery nurse, okay? So you know what that means, what I do, and you don't want long nails on a labor and delivery nurse, but they're nice and strong and they look so healthy. Also, I've had hip issues, and now I don't have the hip pain I used to have. That's just my experience. I can't say what you're gonna have, but I absolutely love these and I won't live without them anymore. So anyway, I hope you found this helpful. And like I said, I will try to answer some of your comments below. Thank you so much for watching.